my creative friends. Jessica Sanders here of ColorMeCreativeArt.com, and today I am here with another unboxing of Creative Art Box. So I want to thank the team at Creative Art Box for sending me this box so I could share it with you. And this is the September box. I know that much, but I don't know what's in it. I've been on a media blackout so that I won't find out. Oops. So let's open. You can see I haven't opened it yet. It doesn't want to come open. Ah, look at that. I didn't know it was taped on the ends. Tapes. Good thing I have scissors, right? All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Ooh, fun stuff. Packing. Look, these are fun. You can just like, okay. Let me get this out of the way. This is the September Super Awesome Box. Now, I am not going to look at this list because I wanted to just pull things out and see what we've got. Be creative. Now, they did tell me, my friends at Creative Art Box did tell me that this is a very unusual box and to keep an open mind. And so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what's in here. I got my sticker. Love my sticker. More. What is this? So this is silicone and this is a mold with feathers. Oh my goodness. I love feathers. This is really soft silicone mold. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Sculpting. Air hardening sculpting material by Sargent Art. Oh, it's kind of soft. I can feel it. Look, there's a lot. A whole bunch of them. Sculpted. Air hardening sculpting materials. Ooh, that's fun. Look, there's so many in here. So many little packs of Sculpted. All right. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Ooh, a stamp. A nice texture stamp. That will be fun. Guess we're going to be stamping in some clay here. Yum. All right, and a ring. Oh, maybe it can make a charm. That would be cool. What else? What else we got? So this doesn't have a label, and I'm not looking at my list yet, but I'm assuming that this is a clay sculpting tool. Look, it has like 2 different ends. Okay, that should be fun. Lay that down here. A fabulous Sharpie paint pen in pink, extra fine point. I always love Sharpies. Ah, there's something else I didn't expect. Another sculpting tool. Okay, so fun fact here, my daughter and I like to watch Face Off, and it's fun to watch them mold the clay for their crazy costume making, and they use these tools to like scrape the clay. So I'm interested. And then I have Rub and Buff Max Metallic Wax, not Max, Wax Metallic Finish. Ruby. Oh, it's red. Oh, it's not open. Okay. All right, guys, so let me open up some of these and figure out what they are. We'll test it out a little bit, and so much fun. Can't wait. I'll be back. Okay, so I've opened pretty much anything I could open. I opened my Sharpie paint pen. We'll try that out in a minute. I did not open the Rub and Buff because I wanted to show you how you just flip the lid. It has a pointy spot, and push the lid on, and voila, it's open. All right. Oh, you have to put the lid back on the correct way, not the upside down way, of course. Okay, so what shall we just test out first? Let's keep it simple. Let's test the Rub and Buff first, and then we will go from there. Oh, and before I forget, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. You can save 10% on anything at Creative Art Box, whether it's a subscription, getting a past box, or anything like that, anything that they have there, you can save using this code. Unboxing 917. But here, let's read about it a little bit. Let's read about Rub and Buff. I always love how they have all of this information and tips on how to use it. So, Rub and Buff can give you unique antique or lustrous feel. Apply as much or as little as you wish with your fingertip. And then you need to clean your hands. You can use it on glass, home decor. You can use it on the clay and on faux wood effects. Okay, so let's try. Let's see what we can do here with this. I've got a baby wipe to clean my hands, and I've got to Rub and Buff, and I have no idea. It seems to be dripping, so I'm not sure how this will work. So let me rub some on with my finger. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Ooh, this is ruby. Look how nice metallic. I'm just gonna rub it on my paper. There we go. That's really nice and coppery. It's called ruby, but look at that coppery metallic look. Ooh, I'm excited about that. That will be fun. Okay, clean my hands as instructed by my friends. Now let's continue. Let's try out the Sharpie paint pen. As always, you have to shake these. This is an extra. My son's in the next room playing video games. Did you hear that? Okay, so this is an extra fine point. As always with a paint pen, you have to prime it. And then we can just write. Oh, what should we write? You can write, you can color in. There we go. And this can be used on the clay as well. That's what my little happy packaging says. Used to color the dry clay. All right, so, and it dries really quickly because, you know, it's very thin. I wrote my name. Okay. Okay, so let's try out something else next. This is for stamping. Actually, let me grab some archival ink rather. That way I can be able to see my patterns. One thing that's good to do with your stamps. So let me just ink this up just so we can see what the pattern is going to look like. Ooh, it's so detailed. That's fun. That's secondary. Okay, I will just keep now to the really fun stuff. Not that wasn't fun. That was pretty fun, I have to admit. But let me just move this out of the way. You've got the code, unboxing 917. I will leave it below so you can see it. Now let's see. Let me read a little bit about the sculpted clay, because this is a new material for me and I don't really know much about it. Okay, it says, sculpting can be a very relaxing form of art. We've included 5 individually packaged sculpting packets for you to use. See, so many packets. Remember that these are air dry packets, so only open them one at a time or when you're ready to use them. Okay, so I'm going to open one just to test it out, and at the same time I can test out my super item. This is only comes in the super awesome box. If you get the awesome box, it will not have this leaf mold in it, or a type of leaf mold. These look like feathers to me, but they could be leaves. Anyway, so let's just try out this clay. I did not pre-open it. Let's just figure it out as we go. How about that? I'm thinking maybe it opens like cream cheese. You know how you can just unfold the packaging? I'm thinking maybe it will open like that. Feels a little bit like cream cheese in there. Okay, that's not working very well, and just for saving time, I'll just clip it open with scissors. There we go. Nice. Open. Okay, so I see now when they said keep an open mind, because I don't typically use clay. Ooh, we can squish it. I'm gonna get it close to the camera so you can see. Squish. It's very soft. It's very easy to squish and to shape. Oh, look. I have no idea how to use this. I don't know if I need to like knead it and get it nice and soft. Do you know? You can let me know in the comments below if you know if I'm supposed to knead it or not. Anyway, okay, so since I have my silicone mold here, I'm just gonna like try pressing some into here. Oh, look. That's awesome. I want to press it down though. Let's see if it spread it out. Just try it out. Oh, got that. Okay. There we go. And I have a nice leaf or feather. Oh, but hey, guess what? I have these tools. So like this, I bet I could just like go along the edge and cut it out. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing here, so just testing it out. Maybe you're supposed to use a stroke. It is a lot of fun though, I have to say. And of course, this is not dry. This is still damp and moldable. I suppose there's probably a way to get those edges off. Maybe after it dries. I'm not sure. I need to read up, guys. I need to read on this, which I will do while this dries, but I'm not going to do it yet because, hey, that was fun. All right, I have a leaf or a feather. Okay, I'm going to let that dry just like it is. I use this little mold. Here, you want to get another one? This has so much detail. Like, I'm wondering, when you use the rub and buff, I bet it shows up like, picks up all that detail. Let me press it down in there again. Tell you what, I will leave the edges on this one. You're probably supposed to make that nice and smooth. Oh, maybe you could just do this. No, that's not really working. Okay, so what if I go ahead and pop this out and let it dry like this, so then I can test how to take the edges off after it's dry. Do you think that's a good idea? I don't know. Look, you can see. Ooh, I'm so glad I got the super awesome box because this mold is really cool. And then let me just play with it a little bit. I'm kneading it again. What if I stamp it with my stamp? Make sure I've got all the ink off there. I do. Okay. I'm just going to press it down really strongly. I got a little bit of that ink in there. You can see nice detail there. Maybe I pressed down too hard. Well, that gives me an edge, but if I don't press down kind of hard, I don't see any of the detail from this stamp. Cool. Let me see what it says about this stamp. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Okay. Use the rubber stamp to stamp into your clay to create a pattern. Try to make a circle pendant out of the clay and then lightly stamp into it. Okay, so maybe we could use this. This is our keychain. This is a keychain kit. You can use it to create a pendant or keychain with the clay before it dries. Okay, so here's my idea. I guess what you do is you make your shape. And then what I'm going to do is take my tool and let's say I wanted to turn this into, let's do the one I just did. Sorry guys, just trying out some ideas here. I hope you don't mind. Just gonna get all that extra. Hey, that works pretty good. pretty good. So if you are a sculptor and you've used this clay, you may be horrified at how I'm playing with this, but you know, you can't learn about a medium unless you try. And if you get in a creative art box, you have to try. I mean, my goodness, you're missing a fun opportunity for supplies for a surprise supply if you don't. All right, I'm just going to tap these edges down a little bit because I don't know, I want to. There we go. And now I'm going to take this tool, and it's got this little double end, and I don't know what that's for, but I think I can turn it and make a circle hole. Now, the question is, did I make it in the wrong spot? Probably I made that in the wrong spot, so let me I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Are you having fun yet? I'm having a lot of fun. Okay. This is definitely different for me. I have no clue what I'm doing. There we go. Now I made a little hole, so I think that I'll be able to use that with my keychain kit once it dries. So I have to do this video a little bit differently than usual because usually I just unwrap everything and then I do like a speed play. But this time, in order to test it out, I gotta let it dry. So I'm just doing this while we're chatting. Okay, now I'm gonna make this into a ball because to me, it seems like that's the best way. To make it into a circle would be able to make it into a ball. Just rolling it. Then I'll flatten it and we'll see what happens. And then I will use my stamp. And I'm going to press down hard, really hard. And then I'm going to actually peel off the edges while it's on the stamp. Hey, because why not? And then press it down some more. And I'm just straightening my edges, peel it off. So let's do one more thing. I have a little bit of this clay left. Let me open another pack and skip all the drama this time in the cheesecake and get out another pack. I'm gonna just put these together. I could make a snowman, but you know what? It's hot in Texas. It is still hot in Texas, 100 degrees or so, and my snowman would totally melt. This clay wouldn't melt, but my snowman would. So let me do something different. What can we make? How about a turtle? Let's make a turtle. I love turtles. Bet you didn't know that I love turtles. You see them in my videos all the time. So this turtle, we'll use it as our model. Has a long shaped head. Keep in mind, I am not a real life sculptor. There we go. And it has a body. I'm going to skip the feet. You think I can get away with skipping the feet? I could do that maybe. No idea. I don't know. But I think I can skip the feet. And if I just sort of make this a little pointier in the back and a little rounder in the front. And then what if I took my tool and actually use this for scraping and cutting? I have no idea. No idea what I'm doing. Except I know I can make a shape. So that is the great thing about Creative Art Box and getting surprise supplies, because what it does is it stimulates your creativity. So, you know, you're using some brain cells maybe that you haven't used in a while. I'm going to make this flat so I can just sort of attach it. And I don't even know if clay works that way or not. Seems like it would work. There we go. So I have a head. My head's kind of big for this body. Okay, well, so let me try again. Let me try it all in one piece. Can you tell I'm not a sculptor? But this is fun. This is fun. Okay, so instead of separate pieces, let me sculpt one piece. Sculpt. Listen to me use that terminology. Haha. Sculpt one piece. I'm going to just pull that down. That looks kind of like a turtle head, right? Yeah. Okay. But look, my body's kind of flat. This needs to go down. That needs to go down like this. Well, that's pretty good, actually. Look at that. Pretty good for an amateur. To be rounded. Squish that together a little bit. Oh, I'm sure there are a ton of things you can do with this clay other than make turtles. But this is what I'm doing, is making a turtle. I'm going to just press it down. His legs are in his shell. Oh, that's kind of cool. So if I just press it down from the side, it creates that edge of the shell, which is kind of cool. I not want it to be quite that much, but I'm going to just use the side of this and sort of press in there, and so it pushes it down and sort of detaches that head a little bit. Okay, guess what? I don't have a tail. There. How's that for a tail? But it should have a line where the shell goes across, right? And then we could put some texture in our turtle shell. So let's just draw a few little shapy lines on here. And tap it down. I'm kind of using this as a reference because I don't really have a clue what I'm doing here. But it's fun. It's fun. So I'll just put some little shapes on here. I probably don't have to pull it. I probably just should be pushing down into it instead of like trying to draw. I'm using my, what I'm used to doing and trying to use it on clay, and that's probably not the best option. Yeah, this works a lot better. And I'm not going for perfection. I'm never going for perfection because, well, to me that's boring and not real. Not that I'm interested in realism even. Okay, so and it has a little round pointy head. I'm kind of like, okay, so I can feel actually already that this is starting to dry. I don't know how long it takes this clay to dry, and it doesn't say on that particular information. It might say on the packaging. It does not say, it just says air dry hardening. Okay, so what I'm going to do is smooth out. See, I can feel this is drying already. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, and I will come back and try out the paint pen and the rub and buff and my keychain kit on these little items once they are dry. So glad I got the super awesome box with this leaf mold. Cool. Okay, so I thought I would come back for just a quick minute and talk to you because I learned a little bit from the Sargent website, which is the maker of the Sculpt It. I learned that this dries really hard, so I know that I don't want to leave this edge on here. I'm going to take it off, and it usually takes 24 hours for it to dry fully, and it is, if you want to use it with your kids or anything like that, it is non-toxic. They say it's pliable, neat, and easy to use. If you want to adhere pieces together, you can moisten it a little bit, which I was having trouble with my turtle because I didn't know you could do that. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to let these dry and I will be back. Okay, so I am back. I've waited about 24 hours. It's pretty humid here where I live, so these may not be completely dry. This turtle especially, which is thick, feels a little bit cold, which tells me that it's still not completely dry, but that's okay. It's dry enough to do what I want to do. So let's try out, let's see how this works. And I'm just gonna, it goes right on, that's for sure. I think what I can do with this is add detail. It should work really nicely. There we go. Some pink there. So I'm thinking you can use any kind of acrylic paint, but what I'm wondering is, can you use watercolor on these? And actually I have this brush writer pen that is from maybe my August box or my July box, and I think that I'm going to try it on this. I'm just going to lay down some color with it, and then I'm going to use a wet paintbrush and pull the color out and see how that works. So that's pretty cool, actually. That's a nice effect. I'm going to turn it around and do the same. So I decided to time-lapse the rest of this video. It's sped up to about 6 times normal speed, something like that, just for the painting and playing around with the clay sculptures that I made. I had a lot of fun playing with these, and so thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to go over to Creative Art Box and try something out using that code unboxing917. That will be good until the end of September. They have a lot of awesome and super awesome boxes coming up.